Hey everyone, it is update time. Week, I don't know what, month, I don't know what. um, but it's been a little over 2 weeks, I think, since the last time I reported in, and everything's going good. I kind of freaked out a little bit. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, the scale dropped like 3 pounds, like that, and stayed there for a week. So um, I responded accordingly and, got back on track with keeping the calories up to a point where I could maintain or grow. So that's paid off. Um, I'm not sure why it dropped like that. Um, but anyway, it dropped, pushed the carbs back in, got the carbs up, to a level where they were at before. And now I'm at 176 again. So that's where I've sort of been for a long time. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, so that scale dropping, that was like a wake up call, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today was um, that wake up call. When you look at the scale and it makes a change, whether it's up or down, you react to it. You make a change to what you're doing to get where you want to be, right? For me, it was increasing the calorie. For someone who maybe put on some weight, perhaps, it's time to lower their calories. But I want to, like, in terms of maintenance and long-term strategies, I really want to I want to tell people not to be so reactionary. Like, you shouldn't be going from being on track, everything is fine, and then you go off track for a couple weeks, a month, many months, and the scale goes up, and then you go back on track. You don't want to be oscillating from on track, off track, on track, off track. I see people doing this all the time. And sure, there are life reasons why this happens, whether some emotional, stressful event happens, or you go on vacation, you go off vacation. But I think I think for long-term strategies, I think that's kind of a bad way to live. I mean, that's akin to, back when you were trying to lose, when you were really overweight and you were trying to lose weight and you were going from diet to diet to diet to diet to diet. You know, you want to I mean, if you've been at this for a while, you know what you're supposed to be doing. Make those habits, of, of monitoring your calories, um, eating good, nutritious food, and getting your fitness in. And and those things should not change. Even once you've reached your goal weight, those things are constants. Sure, once you've reached maintenance phase, maybe you can give yourself a little bit more leeway, like perhaps, let yourself have, like, I don't know, 10-20% of your calories come from, like, um, you know, not so great foods, ice cream or whatever it is that you enjoy eating. Um, or, perhaps you allow yourself, once a week to go out to dinner with your friends. Um, and I think that's a very healthy thing to do is to do it that way. But if you find yourself that you're doing those things all the time, every day, and I see this a lot, whether it's drinking alcohol or going out to eat all the time, um, going to McDonald's. I mean, I'm sorry, people. If you were morbidly obese once, you should never ever be going to McDonald's. Okay, it's not a place for you. There's no nutritional value there at all. Um, you might want to treat yourself to a nice coffee or something once in a while, but it's not, you shouldn't be eating there. There's no good food there. Even the salads and stuff, it's not good food. Um, so, just I just want to, sort of reinforce that, get the habits in there, and tracking your food. People have issues with that. Some people don't like to track their food. Some people, um, I don't know. I don't understand it because for me, it's a very useful tool to have is tracking your food, and it really doesn't take that long. You don't have to be meticulous about it. You can just, you don't have to log your vegetables. you know, um, you can have like shakes, you know, pre-programmed in there that you do, and like for example, for me, when I track my food with my Fitness Pals, I mean, I have like saved meals, and I have like recipes that I use often, and I may modify those like when I get a new ingredient or something like that, but they're always there. So I mean, when I fill up my diary, I mean, it's quick. It doesn't take me all day, even though I do have all day to do it if I want to. Um, but I mean, you shouldn't have. I really want to stress that you really shouldn't be oscillating from being on track and being off track, on track, off track, on track, off. You should always be making the best possible choices you can, because the bad choices aren't getting to you a place where you want to be, and it's hard to see that in the moment sometimes, but I think it's really the way to go. And the same thing with your fitness. I think people do this even more often with their fitness. Is they'll go for a fitness for a while and they'll be really into it, and then they'll not do it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then the scale starts going back up. And again, that's not the way to do it, because you're losing your fitness level. Every time you take a break, you lose your fitness level, and your metabolism starts to go backwards. That's the real thing about exercise. I mean, we're told to exercise, you have to exercise to lose weight, and I think that's the wrong mindset. Yeah, it helps for sure, but number one thing when you're doing fitness is you're building your fitness level. You're building your stamina. You're building your strength. You're improving your cardiovascular system. All of these things, and these are things that you have to keep up with. They're not going to be um, things where you can go on again, off again, on again, off again, and see benefit long term. It's being too reactionary, and it just doesn't work that way. Um, and I understand why people go hard on the fitness. They don't get the results that they expect, and they stop. Um, but remember, I mean, you're doing fitness not to lose weight in the short term. You're doing fitness to improve your body and your metabolism long term, so you can keep that weight off and live a healthy lifestyle. Be active. Um, that's why you do fitness. You don't do fitness to lose weight. You do fitness to improve your body and your future. I mean, that's really the way to do it, and that's something you have to keep up, and you have to keep building on that fitness level. I think that's the strategy for success. That's so you don't regain, so you don't fall off the wagon, and you don't have to go crazy. I mean, I know I'm not obsessed with the gym, but it's a really big deal for me, and it doesn't have to be for everybody, but you have to get some regular fitness in. If it's 3 times a week, you go to the gym and lift some weights. That's great. If you want to do cardio 3 times a week, that's great. You're maybe not building as much just doing cardio, but you're at least keeping up your cardiovascular system. You're keeping something. It's maintaining your body basically. So um, yeah, I won't ramble on too much longer than that. I'm already at 9 minutes, but I don't know. I just thought about that because when I saw the scale go down, I reacted to it, and I was like, I was kind of torn. Whether, I mean, maybe it was supposed to be lower. Maybe that's where my body wanted to be. If that's um, because my activity level and my food intake um, sort of leveled out at. But I want to improve. I want to move forward. Um, so, I have to modify my strategy for that. So get out there, get your fitness in, track your food, okay, and yeah, don't go hopping from diet to diet, fitness program, or doing things sporadically. Just find a way to make it a habit, to do it regularly, and it's all gonna work out, you know. So that's it, guys. Get out there, be strong, and I will see you guys later.